A price has been placed on Aric's head and the bounty hunters are coming.
You are now watching WhoDooTV.
Welcome back to WhoDooTV. I'm Hoosier.
I'm Jared.
Today we are talking about X-O Manowar number 10, the Bounty Hunter issue. This book is written by Matt Kindt, art is by Renato, Guedes, and we get to meet some interesting bad guys.
Yeah, we do. We're going to get to some spoilers on this book, so if you haven't read it, hit pause, read the book, and come back to us after.
Also, if you like videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button down there, and also like this video if you like videos like this. Characterizations in this book are pretty darn cool.
Yeah, I think the design of the characters look awesome. They are types of characters we haven't seen before. I think it's very original looking artwork.
That's what Matt Kindt does so well, is doing some character designs. His Eternity character designs. His designs here, his designs, the whole run of this book actually, have been pretty dang cool. And they do look awesome. Mm-hmm. And we get to see some really good, for the majority, some really good Renato Guedes work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. So this book starts off, we got, it picks up pretty much at the end of number 9, when the call is going out to this guy named Ron. And Ron is gathering his team. He's breaking into a prison, taking 2 guys, and then they need to go get a 4th guy for their team on this super max prison in which it's pretty much gravity that keeps them there.
Right. But Kindt doesn't do a great job on names. Ron,
yeah.
We gotta laugh at that. But yeah, ultimately it's him just trying to gather his team, right? Get the team together, and they're gonna go look for a paycheck, and that's the head of Aric and their form of how they do that. We get some cool adventures on how they are picking up all of the members of the team. Mm-hmm. Get to see some pretty cool artwork and a huge, massive creature, where one of their members is at. Yeah. I mean, Ron, he grew up on this planet. We get to see a background from Ron, and he grew up on this planet where the groups of people, they had to climb these massive creatures in order to feed off of like the insects on them, these large insects, and that was kind of their main food source. And that's kind of where Ron also meets the character that they're trying to break out of the Supermax prison. His name is Hesnid. Hesnid teaches him, like, you can actually kill these massive creatures, and that's pretty cool. Right. And so Ron kind of sees this as an opportunity to learn. He wants to learn more about, I guess, living life and doing things their own way and not having to live by the rules that everybody else live. Right. And some of these lessons he learns, he's actually going to utilize to go after Aric. Looks to be the direction they're going is by going after Show.
Right. Yeah. So pretty interesting book. I kind of liked Ron because he seemed to not give a crap about anything in his way other than the objective.
Right. Right. This is a cool standalone story. Mm-hmm. And like you said, yeah, he is very straightforward. This is what we're doing. Let's go.
Yeah. He literally destroyed a planet and a moon to get Hesnid.
Right.
Just in order to break the gravity to go down, swoop up Hesnid before the moon fell apart too.
How much money is he being paid?
Gosh, yeah.
I mean, to do all of that, is it worth the bounty?
Mm-hmm. That's a good question. Yeah, it kind of does point to how much the planet, the people of Gorin are willing to pay for Aric's head. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that.
Right, and if it's pennies, if it's not much, then I'll be kind of disappointed, right? That won't make a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it would be quite a bit to think about, breaking people out of prison, doing everything that he's doing in order to get them. And, but the direction he's taking is at a point to where, you are really going to see Aric kind of go in a direction that you might not enjoy. And this might what sets the whole planet on fire.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be really interesting. I'm looking forward to issue 11 already. Now that we know kind of the players in this next arc of the story. How is this going to affect Aric? Is he going, especially with the relationship that he has with Shone right now? It's kind of on the rocks. Like, what does it mean if they do go after Shone first? I mean, it's gonna be interesting. There's gonna be lots of things to explore, which I think is great, especially since he's reached the pinnacle of power on Gorin. You know, he's done climbing so far. We've had 9 issues of his climb. And this shakes it up, you know. It's no longer climbing. We've got another group of people being thrown at him that he has to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, Aric has pretty much been Trump. Did whatever he could to get power, and now nobody likes him.
Right.
So, you know.
Though I would say he was hesitant to go for power in this one. It was more of a duty rather than. Well, we won't get into that.
You said duty. But. And like I said earlier, most of Renato Guedes' art in this book looks really great. There are a couple pages that look a little bit more like thrown together, a couple panels more say, and but some of it is just spectacular pieces of art.
It's really interesting to see what he can do with this paint medium. It's really awesome, especially, you know, there's quite a bit of you know, reflections being put into helmets and. Just these little pieces to really like make it feel like a full page, and I really do appreciate that. But I would agree with you in saying that there are a couple panels in which it does seem a little bit more like it's just put together real quick, which is kind of a bummer because I was really excited. I mean, after Divinity Zero, I was an absolute fan of Renato Guedes because it's just beautiful work that he can do.
Right.
For sure, and the stuff like there are panels in here where it's kind of breathtaking as well. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. The two different. I don't know. You can definitely see which panels took more time than others.
Right. Let's score it up.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Well, I think with the story, kind of getting a quick background of these guys. I mean, we kind of only got a background of 2 of the guys. There's still 2 guys that haven't really been spoken for. I think I might give this one, for story, about a 3.5. In artwork, I would kind of put, I'd give it a 4.
Okay.
So that's a total of 3.75 for me. And the artwork is pretty much just for the reasons I said before, like, the stuff that he put the time into, it rocks. The stuff that kind of looks like it's a little thrown together, it's okay.
I think with myself, like, I think I'm gonna be right there, probably 3.5 for the writing and about a 3.5 for the art too. Just because there are some panels that look like they did take off. I feel like the story could have been brought out in a different direction, a different way. You know, maybe down the road tell this story. Who knows? Like, it just seems like I like that we're getting introduced to them after we at least got to meet or see who they were in issue 9, and now we're getting to see them. But kind of, I don't know, just kind of thought this might get played out more as we get to know them in the story that we're in, where they're already going after Aric, and it plays to that matter. But I don't know. I all the way around, I did like it. It still was a good story. Like I say, it could be a good standalone as well. And like you said, there's 2 characters we didn't get a whole lot from just yet. But it's on the right direction, and I really think that 11, 12, and 13 are going to be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And that leads right up into Harbinger Wars.
Right, yeah. The timing of it works perfectly. Yeah. Interesting book. I'd be curious to see what you guys think. What did you guys think about Ron? You know, is he just this crazy guy that just does what he does for a paycheck, or is there something a little bit more there that we don't know about? Let us know in the comments below.
Hey, if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button below.
There's also that subscribe button down there too. Make sure you punch that. We'd appreciate it. Follow us at Twitter at WhoDooTV, also on Facebook.
Yeah, and we'd like to thank our friends over at OutrightGeekery.com. Be sure to check them out. They got all sorts of nerdy stuff on there.
Links down in the description. Thank you for watching WhoDooTV. We appreciate you guys.